Can the Blue Jays close things out tonight, or does Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, and the boys got themselves a little magic left in them? Let's talk all things Game 6 with MLB insider Jon Heyman. Jon, appreciate you coming on with us today. Big game tonight. So can you give us everything that you think we need to know and everything you're kind of keeping your eye out on in Game 6 tonight?
Well, the Blue Jays obviously can clinch the World Championship tonight. 4-2 if they do win it, and they have, seems like, the momentum on their side, winning the 2 games after that 18-inning game. It's funny, this is the second time the Dodgers have been in this situation where they won an 18-inning World Series game. Happened in 2018, then lost the next 2, ended up losing the World Series. This case, they have lost 2 in a row. Right now, it feels like it's all going the Blue Jays' way. The one thing the Dodgers really have going for them in this elimination game, Yoshinobu Yamamoto is pitching for them. That is their best pitcher in this postseason. Obviously, Snell's had some big games, but not been quite as consistent as Yamamoto has. That would be the reason to really feel like you've got someone to hang your hat on if you are a Dodger fan right now. Obviously, they've got Ohtani and Freeman and Betts, as you mentioned, but the Dodgers aren't hitting. Their bullpen is questionable. They've lost the home field. We are here in Canada right now where it is 44 degrees, feels like 29, at least that's what they tell me. And Jays got it all going their way except for Yamamoto right now standing in their way. But Jays just need to win 1 out of 2 to win this World Series in what would be a pretty big upset. Not the biggest I've seen, but a fairly big one.
Let's stay on Yamamoto because we've seen some pretty much world-class pitching in this World Series so far. I read a fun stat where only 3 pitchers have thrown 3 consecutive complete games in the postseason. Yamamoto is going to get that start tonight at the Rogers Center where he threw his 2nd consecutive complete game, and that was last Saturday. Do you think he has enough in the tank for Dave Roberts to let him go the distance tonight?
Well, I think Dave Roberts is going to want him let him go the distance based on how their bullpen has fared. Bullpen has a 4.56 ERA this postseason, and you wouldn't even think it was that good. Feels like a relief roulette right now for the Dodgers. So they certainly would like to see Yamamoto do it a 3rd time in a row, which would be incredible. There were only 29 complete games in the regular season this year. For him to do it 3 times in a row in a postseason where your competition is obviously that is strongest, would be amazing. So certainly Yamamoto and Ohtani are the reason the Dodgers are still alive, and they'll rest their hopes on Yamamoto today to get them to Game 7. If obviously things seem to be going Toronto's way, Yamamoto definitely the one guy standing in their way right now.
Ohtani, world stars, absolute superstar, especially with the bat. But when it comes to his availability on the mound tonight, do you think that we see him at some point kind of pitch in relief? And can you kind of break down to the casuals that are watching the rules regarding his two-way player status tonight?
Right, yeah, that's the reason I doubt we'll see him in relief. Don't count it as a 0% chance, but I don't see it. If he comes in relief, they lose the DH. I just don't see that happening. It just does not seem very probable at this point. Don't want to lose the DH. Obviously, they have the best DH in the world in Ohtani. So I'm not seeing that as a possibility. I mean, they're going to tell you all hands on deck. That comes with some limits. In this case, it's a completely unique situation where a potential reliever is also your best hitter. So they don't want to lose their best hitter. I understand their relief situation isn't good, but to me, the key is Yamamoto. They want him to go the whole way. If he doesn't, certainly Sasaki is the main guy. Then they've got other guys that they can try. Treinen obviously was great last year. He's been good in the clutch overall, but I mean, their circle of trust is down to like 2 to 3 guys tops. So it is a tough situation for Dave Roberts, but right now he's got his fingers crossed that Yamamoto can pull off the improbable and do that 3rd straight complete game in the postseason.
Final thoughts, Jon. Finish us off. Is this the night where the Blue Jays officially take down the defending champs?
Well, I'm not good on predictions. I'll say this. At this point, I do think the Blue Jays are winning this World Series. I think Yamamoto gives the Dodgers a fighting chance tonight to delay it to Game 7. But it's difficult to say the way that the Dodgers are hitting right now. And I get you, Savage has been savage. He's been unbelievable. And he was incredible against the Yankees and incredible against the Dodgers. And the 2 gems, 23 strikeouts. 3 hits. So, that's part of the reason the Dodgers had never seen him before, other than game 1 for a few innings. But they're just not hitting. They didn't hit that great against Milwaukee. They won it with the pitching. We're going to need to see Betts do better. We're going to see Freeman obviously had the big home run that won game 3 and a walk-off. First guy to ever hit 2 walk-off World Series home runs. So they have all-time greats on this team. They have Hall of Famers on this team. But right now it feels like things are going the Blue Jays' way. I'm not going to say it's going to be tonight, definitely, but look, Toronto, nobody saw this coming. Even though they won one more game than the Dodgers, they did not have the names, but they do have a complete team. They have a very deep lineup. They have a deep bench. Their bullpen is doing better than we would have expected, and Yasavich has been really a savior for that rotation, which obviously looked very veteran at the beginning of the year. But Scherzer has gone out and pitched twice here in the postseason. But obviously they lost Berrios. Bassett is now a great bullpen piece. So, I mean, right now, there's so much going the Blue Jays' way. It's hard to see the Dodgers, the $400 million Dodgers, winning 2 games in a row. Never know. Never can say never, but right now it feels like it is going all the Blue Jays' way.
Jon Heyman, we appreciate your time and have fun out there at Game 6.
Thanks a lot, Brandon.